Good evening, everyone. Phil here. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was the final streaming day of 2023. That's right, it was December 31st, Sunday, actually, the halfway point of my streaming week. Although, you may look behind me and be like, wait a minute, where's the Christmas stuff? Where's the snow? You said that you weren't taking that stuff down right away. Well, a couple things happened. First of all, today I kind of got the vibe that people wanted to move on from the holiday season. Today, all day, people were wishing me, like, Happy New Year. And I'm like, well, it's technically not New Year here yet, And everyone's like, for us, it's 2024. We're already on the other side of the world or whatever. And I just kept getting that feeling that people really wanted to move on. The whole podcast today, the whole vibe was, hey, let's reminisce quickly about 2023. So now tomorrow we can full-fledged move into the new year. And with all of that vibe going on and the fact that I actually had a game premiere today on my second stream, I was like, kind of convinced to abandon the Christmas stuff. A little sad to see it go. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely love the holiday season, and I love having the Christmas stuff here on stream. A little bit disappointed to see it go, but what can I say? I mean, it was kind of nagging. It's like, okay, I think it's time to do it. So, basically, when I went live this morning for the Level 1 podcast, we were still in Christmas mode. We still had the Christmas decorations behind me. We still had the Christmas animations. Everything was Christmassy. The snow was still coming down, okay? The whole podcast today essentially was me talking about my 2023, my highs and my lows, the things that went really well and the things that did not go so well, and the in-between. I think people appreciated that because I was honest. There's a lot of things that happened in 2023 that I wish had gone a lot better and did not. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that went very well in 2023. I mean, namely, a year ago, was I doing streams that looked this good? Did my background look this colorful and great? Was the camera this good? All these improvements that eventually I did over the course of the year, improving both my stream and video quality. Everything was a big step up in the last year. So we talked about all that very honestly. It was a long podcast because of that, but people really seemed to enjoy that final kind of reminiscing of the year. So if you would like to hear that, please watch this morning's show. As for new things coming in 2024, we did talk a bit about that over the last couple of days. Likely on tomorrow's podcast, I will reiterate some of that so people know what they're looking forward to. First stream today was my final React stream of the year over on DSP React, my sister channel. It went pretty well. It was a good variety of stuff, although admittedly, a lot of people had like leftover Christmas stuff that they had nominated, and I watched a couple things, but you're Christmased out. After, it's now almost a week after Christmas, and it's kind of like, let's save that stuff. There was a few things that I thought would be really good for next year, and I said, hey, next year, submit that to the React show, and as long as it's still going, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, we'll watch this stuff in a year's time on DSP versus the internet. So, good stuff, though, like good variety of stuff. Go check it out. If you're a member, that stream is archived on the channel. You can watch it right now. If you're not a member, there'll be parts going live every day. 2 are live now, and then a new part every day for the rest of this week. It was good stuff, okay? Tonight was the premiere of Sea of Stars, and I actually got into the office early off of that momentum and vibe of people feeling like they wanted something new. I said, let's get the stream now ready for January. And so, as you can see behind me, that's exactly what I did. Position the Fallout Boy, Vault Boy, the Vault Boy. I call him Fallout Boy. That's the name of the freaking emo band, right? Position the Vault Boy a little better. But anyway, that's exactly what I did. And so when I jumped into my late stream tonight, I had the new setup ready for the new year, and people liked that. And get this, I have multiple new animations. I have 3 Yakuza animations that have my face on Cosmic Kiryu, which is really funny. In addition, I have one of me dancing from like 2 months ago in November that was just added at the end of that month, and I took it out of the rotation for Christmas, but now it's back in, and people liked that one too. Plus, I have a couple remastered editions of previous animations that didn't look so good, and now they look a lot better. So basically, all the animations are now refreshed for the new year and look a lot better and or new. It's good stuff, and I hope that you guys will come by and check those out starting tomorrow. But I had these for my late night stream premiere of Sea of Stars. Now, here's the funny part, and here's what I really like to emphasize about the difference between me and a lot of other gameplay streamers and content creators, okay? Tonight, we did not have an exorbitant amount of viewers on my Sea of Stars premiere stream. I would say the most we had was around 250. On average, it was only around 200 viewers all night for Sea of Stars, okay? In that amount of time, This was one of the most engaging streams that I've had in ages. Constant talking, enjoying. Everyone was having a great time, a party-like atmosphere in the chat. People were wishing each other Happy New Year all night. So much. And then on top of that, okay, this was actually one of the most supported streams that I have had in ages. We hit every goal possible that you can think of. Seriously, like, it was just, like, outstanding. People were gifting memberships. They were super chatting. They were tipping. They were being nice to each other. I was like, wow. And the thing is, again, it wasn't like this stream had an exorbitant amount of viewers. It was around 200 all night. But here's the difference, okay, when it comes to me and when it comes to other content creators, okay? The difference is thus. I don't need to have a ginormous audience to have an audience that engages and supports. Because the people that are here actually like me and my content. They're not here for drama. They're not here because of nonsensical purposes. They're literally here because they want to have a good time with me. And so the limited audience that I have appreciates that environment and then supports it. People were so ecstatic to see me play Sea of Stars, which I had told you guys I was very interested in playing all the way back when it released in August. It just so happened I was already playing the original Chrono Trigger at the time. So I knew I would eventually get to it, and now seems to be a great time to jump into it. The introduction was great. The graphics remind me of Suikoden, or Suikoden, however you pronounce it, on the PS1. The gameplay is a hybrid between Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG. Feels like both games kind of combined together, which is a great thing. And so far, like I said, the plot's great. The music is outstanding in this game. I literally don't have any complaints yet. It's really good. And I feel like this is the game right up my alley, almost made specifically for me as part of this fan base, because this is the kind of game I grew up playing in the 90s and love. And it's a hybrid of all these games that I already enjoy. And I think that that viewer base showed up tonight to show the love for not only this kind of game, but the fact that I'm playing a game that I love and appreciate too. So that was amazing. I don't think I've ever seen that small amount of viewers enjoy a stream as much as we just had. Like, it was crazy. It was very fun. I would hope that as I continue on with Sea of Stars, we will continue with that level of success and that level of enjoyment and engagement. I am not expecting that level of support moving forward. I'm being honest. Like, Sea of Stars is very much meant to be the game that's going to replace Like a Dragon Gaiden. Like a Dragon Gaiden is not a playthrough that's gotten a ton of support most of the way. It's known as the slow stream, so that way my other streams pick up the slack for it, and I'm able to play a game like that. So I feel like that's going to be the case with Sea of Stars. Maybe I'm wrong. If this momentum continues, that would be ridiculous. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought tonight would be more of a dead night, being New Year's Eve, and it actually was completely the opposite, where people showed up and supported this style of game that they really like. So, all that being said, great streaming day. Overall, very enjoyable, positive and fun, and a great way to say goodbye to 2023. Okay? Tomorrow, Monday, the 1st of January 2024, is a full streaming day for me of all gameplay. We've got a level 1 podcast in the morning. I'll be talking a little bit about all the good stuff that happened today, and also some of my plans for 2024 and other fun stuff. I can't wait to hear about everyone's New Year's celebrations that they did during the night. And then we're going to jump back into Baldur's Gate 3. I'm very excited. You want to know why? We're in this goblin camp. We've already kind of got our way in without having to murder everybody and aggro everybody. We're sneaking around. We're talking with all these characters. We're investigating. I'm stealing good items and stuff. And it's fun. It's fun to do that. And I actually don't even know what I'm going to do, because there's 3 characters in the goblin camp that apparently you can talk to. There's like a priestess, I guess the goblin like gang leader, and also they said this mysterious drow person who I don't even know who they are. But we're going to walk around and investigate and have a good time with the game tomorrow, just like we've been doing. And this seems like an interesting story part of the game that a lot of people wanted to see me do, and we're anticipating. So I think it's going to be a great first stream of 2024. I think it's a great game to have as the first stream of 2024. So I hope you'll join me for that tomorrow. Then on the night stream tomorrow night, yes, it's going to be Street Fighter 6. Yes, I'm going to be playing Blanca. And yes, I'm going to play ranked matches, even if that might be a bad idea, because the ranked matches are going to be a bunch of scrubs mashing their patterns and lag, especially an army of Kens. I think I'm still going to do it anyway and just see what happens, okay? So, full day of streaming, Baldur's Gate 3 and Blanca tomorrow. I am actually, as soon as I finish with this and uploading, I'm going to start uploading right after I finish filming this. I am going to set up the threads so that people can post up their video suggestions and nominations for next week's episode of DSP versus the Internet. So if you're a member over on DSP Reacts, keep your eye out for that. And outside of that, tomorrow, probably either between the streams or late night, I'm going to take a look at that thread where you guys have been nominating your favorite playthroughs of 2023. I'm going to tally up the nominations and make a poll based on the most nominated games, and then you guys are going to vote for the next week on what were your favorite playthroughs of the year, and that's going to be part of my year-end series next week. Okay? All right, guys. An outstanding final day of 2023. I had a great time. You guys showed up. You engaged. You supported. You were positive. This has been an outstanding year. If you want my full thoughts on that, definitely check out the podcast from this morning. But it's worth reiterating one more time. Thank you for an amazing 2023. All the fun we had together, all the nonsense we basically got through and managed to avoid, and instead just have a really positive time together. This is awesome. I've had a great time. I cannot wait for the first day of the new year tomorrow and to see you all for a fun podcast for Baldur's Gate 3, for Street Fighter, and for all the fun that's coming up. Thank you for an amazing 2023. Let's make 2024 an even better year. Be safe. Have fun. Don't party too hard. And I'll see you in the morning for the Level 1 podcast. Peace out, my friends. Have a good night. Happy New Year to all. See you soon.